I just got my test results and I'm kind of freaking out. The security check-in is broken. That was actually so embarrassing. I'm just confused.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Hi everyone, I'm Maddie. I'm a sophomore at NYU Shanghai, and right now I am in Shanghai, China. If you're watching this video because you also want to know how to get to China during COVID, or if you just want to see my process coming from the US as an international student, keep watching. I'll be making a lot more content about what to pack, what quarantine is like, and my life just in China as an international student. If you like all that, consider subscribing and leave a like on this video. Roll the tapes. Hi, today is testing day. We are a few hours away from my actual appointment. I'll be getting 3 tests. Since I'm vaccinated, I have to get an extra one. I did my makeup, kind of, and I'm about to head out soon. For COVID testing, I went to an embassy-approved testing site in San Francisco, and I paid for same-day results that I would receive around 8 p.m. to midnight. I did this so that I could submit my health code declaration as soon as possible.
Really nice.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people, like different rooms for each test, and I just had to stand in line for each one. But the nose swab wasn't as bad as I thought it was, and honestly, the swab that they did was like, the Q-tip was like so tiny. I thought it was gonna be this long thing where they go to the back of my nose, but like, it really didn't hurt.
Good.
Yeah, and then that fire drill really, like, well, she was like,
you got that sooner than your appointment was at 1:30. So
yeah. Well, fingers crossed. Honestly, because I went later in the day, I expected my results around midnight. I actually got them around 6:30 p.m. I am COVID free. I've never had COVID. The results came back. PCR test, COVID-19 not detected, COVID free. And then I'm vaccinated, so the IgM test was positive, but the anti-N not detected. Peace. I'm gonna submit my health code declaration now. After you receive your results, you should print them out just in case you need them at the airport or to scan for your health code declaration. I received mine online, so I could just take screenshots, and that also worked too. Okay, I'm sitting in the bathroom again. So I just submitted my health declaration form through the website on the San Francisco consulate website. Because I'm testing in San Francisco. You had to put all this information. I will definitely go into detail later on, or put that information here. I actually was reading off of a document that I found that someone put all this information relevant to like the whole process of traveling to China. So I think I'm gonna put that in the description below so that you have access to that. I did read that the authentication period is from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. for San Francisco, and I'm pretty sure I missed the mark, so I'm gonna have to wait till like 9 a.m. tomorrow to get the green code. Hopefully get the green code. If you're feeling anxious, the universe has your back. Once you submit the health code declaration, it will be yellow, and that just means you kind of have to wait all day long for it to turn green. I'm just gonna put my face up close to the camera so you can't see what's behind me. But it is already past 9 in the morning. I haven't received any responses. So I'm gonna have to wait like all day for a response. Hopefully get the green code. But yeah. After we ate, my health code finally turned green around 12:30 p.m.
Saying that because the field goes limited. I was like,
We got the green code. Very exciting. And we're going to the Golden Gate Bridge. So once you've tested negative for COVID and got your Green Health Code Declaration, you need to apply for the Exit Entry Health Code Declaration, or I just call it a customs code. Really here, you just fill out a form, you put in all the relevant information, and it'll give you a QR code, and the background will be orange, and it'll be valid for, I think, 24 hours. For the most part, you will need this code from the minute you take off to the moment that you arrive in Shanghai and navigate through the airport. Doing some last minute printing. It is currently 12:30 in the morning. When you get to the airport and you're trying to get your boarding pass, you need your passport, your health code declaration, and your exit entry health code declaration or your customs code. You need to show these to the front desk in order to get your boarding pass. Then it was kind of smooth sailing from there. I went to my gate, I waited to board. When I was boarding, all I needed to show them was the customs code and the health code, and they checked my temperature. They possibly checked my passport, but I don't remember showing them, but just have it just in case. Okay, right now, the security check-in is broken, and we're all running to a different security location. Yeah, that's how it's going right now. Alright, so we have made it through security. I'm heading to my gate right now. It's beautiful outside. Yeah, we did it.
Korea and couldn't pivot to Shanghai Pudong Airport.
The flight that I was on was UA857. It was an approved flight by the CDC. It went from San Francisco to Incheon, Korea, to Pudong, Shanghai. I never had to deep board the plane. We were on the ground for about 30 minutes to an hour, so I didn't have to retest for COVID in that location, which made things so convenient. I just got my meal for you. Handed out these forms and arrival card because I don't have a Chinese passport. I have a US passport, so I need one of these. It's like basic information, wire coming. When I landed in Pudong, the most important documents that they wanted me to have was the customs code and the arrival card. Once I got off the plane in Shanghai, I showed them my customs code and they allowed me to leave, and I had to get into a line where I would consent to being tested for COVID in the nose and in the throat. Now I think I'm just going through immigration. I don't know the entire process yet, but I'll see. I have to take a COVID test and show them all my forms and then get on the bus. Yeah. Okay, so they just had to check our codes. We had to get a bunch of get your stuff out, your tests, your passport, your vaccination card, some other things. I'll include that later. They scan your code and now I'm getting tested. Trying to get into the line to consent to being tested for COVID, to showing them all my documentation, and to getting tested, it was a struggle. Oh my god. That was atrocious. That was actually so embarrassing. I'll be honest, I don't know much Mandarin. I only know simple words and structures. The only thing I could understand was put this on the table or give me your passport or like stuff like that. Anything else, I was so confused. I definitely got into the wrong line there too, which would have saved me so much time if I would have gotten into the right line. So pay attention to that if you're gonna go travel. But now I'm at baggage claim, so. Okay, I'm actually so confused. We're supposed to go, okay, customs. I just got my bags. I'm just confused. After baggage claim, you go and you try and get onto a bus to the district that you intend to go to. Once you're trying to get to the area where you sign up for a bus, you have to fill out a QR code. After they check the QR code and you go to another desk where they check it again, and then you go to the bus area where you are supposed to be. So right now I'm in the bus lane. Also, the information that you put on your customs code, as well as that QR code that you just got, the information that you put on there will help them figure out what bus you need to get on. Once I actually got to the part where they put me on a bus and they took my passport and scanned my QR code, I was probably sitting or standing there for maybe 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours just to get on a bus, and it was probably maybe 10:30 p.m. So we finally made it to our quarantine hotel around 11 p.m. I probably fell asleep on the bus, but we finally made it, and they brought us to the front of the hotel, disinfected our luggage, and made us scan a QR code. Hello, I'm at my hotel right now. We just got in 30 minutes ago. Right now it's probably like 12:30 to 1 a.m. Shanghai time. But yeah, this is the crib. Let me show you around. It's quite nice. Looks like this. I already made myself at home. I have packed some snacks and I needed those. After a certain amount of time, they don't give you food. I think after 5 p.m. they stop serving dinner. I don't know if you can order stuff, but maybe you can. So I had to bring some snacks. Also, they don't provide like bottled water, so I would suggest bringing. There's a TV and a little patio area. All right, well, I've officially been up for over 24 hours, so I think it's time to say goodnight and actually go to bed. I think I have to get up around 7 a.m. tomorrow, or 7 in the morning is when breakfast comes, and then I have to check my temperature at 9 in the morning. Yeah, but I'm off to bed, so bye. If you made it to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching and coming along with me on my journey. I hope this video was as informative as possible and hopefully made the journey here a little bit less daunting for anyone that's trying to do the same. If you like this video, I'm going to be making a lot more content like it, so consider subscribing, like this video, and if you have any questions, put them in the comments. I will try to answer them. Thanks so much, and I'll see you later.